please take your seat? Would you please take your seat so we can start the program?
Take your seat. Speak for yourself.
Well, good morning, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you here in this beautiful morning. There's a couple little things I like to visit with. The parade of flags is put up by the Boy Scouts. They've done a beautiful job early this morning. And the flags that are put in the Mass Cemetery are put on by Larry Nelson and his crew, and they were done in the last couple of days. So we thank these people for their service. And now we would like to open our program with our national anthem presented by the color guard and then played by instrument. You may play. Let us pray. Gracious and loving God, creator of all the world, we stand in the midst of the beauty of your creation. We give you thanks, O Lord, for all the wonderful gifts that you have given us. And especially today, we give you thanks for our nation, for the freedoms, for the love that is shared between all Americans, for the pride and the joy that we have in seeing our flag and working together. We come this day, O Lord, in a time of remembrance, of remembering those who have served, of remembering those who have died. Our hearts are filled with sorrow, and yet we're also filled with joy. We are thankful for the men and the women who have given the utmost sacrifice on behalf of our nation and us. Through the ages, through the many years of our country, you have given us men and women who have sacrificed, who have bled and died on behalf of all of us, and we are grateful for that. We thank you, O Lord, that salvation is in you, and that you have raised them to new life. But for us, help us to remain strong and true and faithful to you and to our nation. We offer this prayer and ask your blessing on our service today. In Jesus' name, amen. Sergeant Monheiser, and then Staff Sergeant Jim Schilling.
Good morning. I'm extremely thankful for this beautiful day. As all you can remember last year, it was downpouring and we weren't able to have this ceremony last year. So for that, I'm extremely thankful. What a beautiful day. I'm Staff Sergeant Cody Green. I've been living here in Sydney for about 3 years. I joined the military about 14 years ago, enlisted in Alliance, Nebraska. I deployed from 2002 to 2003. And currently here with the 1057 Transportation Company, a detachment here in Sydney with our headquarters being in Scottsbluff. Just wanted to say a few words today as I think this is one of the more important holidays out there. From our founding revolution to today's global war on terrorism, nearly 1 million men and women in the armed forces have sacrificed their lives while defending America in times of war. 71 years ago, Americans were still celebrating the great victory in Europe, a triumph that came at a tremendous price. The number of fallen heroes is not just statistics. They are real people with real families who live in real communities. We can best honor the sacrifice by remembering their families who have lost so much. Americans must remember that freedom is not free. In fact, it's only possible because of our fallen heroes have paid its high price. A price paid which enables us to have ceremonies and observances like this in towns across our great country. As the unofficial beginning of the summer, let us never lose focus of what Memorial Day really means. It is a day to remember. It is a day to remember the promise President Lincoln made. To care for him who shall have borne the battle, and for his widow and orphan. Let us remember their sacrifices and their service to this nation and always be honored. Real people, real stories, and may God bless them all. Thank you.
Sergeant Monheiser. I'd like to thank y'all for inviting me to say a few words on this hallowed ground. I'm with the 1057th here in Sydney. I've been a part of Sydney's National Guard unit since I got in 2001. I was deployed from 2006 to 2007 in Iraq. What I was originally asked was to talk about my deployment and the sacrifices I made. But it's kind of difficult to define sacrifice. Is it just the time lost? The graduations, weddings, birthdays, the time lost with loved ones? Or is it truly the sacrifice that we're here celebrating, where one gives their own life for the country that they love? It's not an easy explanation to give. But what I can give is something that many people don't get to hear about. Well over the sacrifices that were made to the sea on the news. Children smiling, people playing in the streets, where at times they were just stuck in country. They weren't allowed to do anything like that. So, all of the sacrifices that are made not just for the betterment of our own communities and our own country, but the country of everywhere we fought. Lives of those made better. And men and women who have sacrificed their lives to do it have made it just all right. Thank you.
Well,
not a great public speaker, I don't think, but okay. Well, I just couldn't come up with anything right away to talk about that hasn't been spoken of even today. I thought about it and thought about it. Then I got to thinking about the cemeteries that are overseas. And I read a lot of military history, and I have some words from Ernie Pyle. I don't know if everybody knows who Ernie Pyle was, but he was a war correspondent in World War II. And he was reporting on the North African campaign, and it was just ending. And he was at the town of Tunis in Tunisia. And there's a large cemetery there, and he described that they were just putting it together. The war, that campaign had just ended. But in his last paragraph in his book that I read, I'm going to quote from him, and we'll go from that. It says, "That is our war, and we will carry it with us as we go from one battlefield to another until it is all over, leaving some of us behind on every beach and in every field. Medals and speeches and victories are nothing to them anymore. They died and others lived, and nobody knows why it is so. They died, and thereby the rest of us can go on and on. When we leave here for the next shore, there is nothing we can do for the ones beneath the wooden crosses, except perhaps pause and murmur, 'Thanks, pal.'" Well, that's what we're here for today. Say thanks, pal, for all of these veterans that are buried out here and clear down in there before this was put together. But when I entered into the service, I was drafted, and I was in the infantry, and the clouds of war were gathering, and they got darker and darker. And I was wondering, if I was killed, will I be buried in a foreign country where we don't have ceremonies like this? So I thought. But then I heard about a cemetery in Belgium. I looked it up, and there are 7,900 soldiers buried there. And years ago, people of Belgium were asked to adopt a soldier or one of the graves. And in that adoption, they wanted them to go out and tend to the graves as if they were their own sons. They would go out on Memorial Day, 4th of July, our holidays, Christmas, and even sometimes when they adopted, they would even adopt their birthday. That's the date they would go out. Their response was 200 names on the wall. It is, in France, a national monument. Not only ours, but theirs. It is visited, even today, over 70 years later, of over 1 million people a year. And they bring flowers, wreaths, just like we do here. Then I come down back to our country here, and right here in Sidney, Nebraska, at this memorial. And I'm going to borrow some words that impacted me on my first day in the Army. Borrow them from General MacArthur. It was his farewell address to the cadets at West Point. And I saw these words on the wall of the mess hall. And the mess hall, if anybody's been in the service, has a good place for taking propaganda that will warp any young man's mind. It did mine. The words are, which will describe, I believe, everybody who's married out here and those who have served. Words are duty, honor, and country. You can't describe each word. Some people's service, one word will describe it. Others, two words. Maybe somebody adds a few more words to their service. Pride, etc. But to me, I carried those words, duty, honor, and country. Even today, as the flags are fluttering and everything, and people are wondering all about the service and everything. Who did what? How honorably they served. Honor. MacArthur had it right. It don't get any better than that.